Why you should use domain-driven design in your practice. Hey everyone, Tural here. Today I am going to talk about why you should use domain-driven design in your practice. Does it really make sense to use domain-driven design in your practice? This is the most fundamental, the most important question when you start to think on applying domain-driven design in your practice. Well, let's get started. The first fundamental problem is two languages problem. We have the language of business, we have the language of software development. Business guys work in a problem space. They are trying to learn more about the business. They are trying to grab more information about the business and moving this information to software developers. Software developers, on the other hand, try to understand the business, try to ask more questions, related questions about the business, and they are trying to translate the business language to software development. Okay. Business developers talk completely different language, but you have completely another different language in your code. So we have two languages. We are working in a, let's say, one company, but we are speaking two different languages. This is the most fundamental problem of classical software development. But when you use domain-driven design, your business language is going to be the language of software development. And you don't need any translation. You have zero translation, completely zero translation. And even you are speaking in the same language. We have ubiquitous language in domain-driven design, which helps us to speak in one single language. You have business terms, and these terms will be mapped exactly as is to your software development. And you don't need to think on how to rename this class, how to call this method, what type of signature should it have. So this is a big problem because you are translating the business language. But domain-driven design helps you to not to translate, to have a zero translation, to use same language. And why same language is important? Because the business helps software developers to write really good code. On the other hand, developers help business to understand the domain because we are using the same language and we are helping each other. We as a developers help business, business helps developers. Okay. The third one is understanding the code. Even business developers, even business guys with a few technical knowledge can easily understand your code and easily understand where to do changes. And as a software developer, it will not take for you long time to do additional changes, to write additional features to your code because you already know where to add, where to change. So understanding the code is really important even for new engineers. Let's say in our company we have a new software developer. I don't need to explain the things related to code, related to business, provide a lot of documentations to him because our code is our documentation. If you understand our code, you already understand our documentation, you already understand our code, and you understand our business because business is a code, design is a code, code is a design. Okay. And domain-driven design helps us to have centralized business knowledge. Business helps developers to have good code. Developers ask a lot of detailed questions about the business, and business also learn more about the business because the business guys also don't know everything about the business, but we developers help business to learn more about the business. And at the end, both developers and business guys know a lot of information about the business. Okay, this is also really important because knowing business will help you to write even better, understandable, readable code. On the other hand, domain-driven design is agile, iterative process. In a modern software development, it is really important to have iterative approach. So DDD is 100% iterative process. And the last one for me is, of course, having toolbox, tool set for development. We have cool design patterns like strategical pattern, tactical patterns. You can apply ubiquitous language, bounded context, context mapping, entities, value objects, aggregates, domain events, domain services, modules, repositories, and more. as a design parents for your development when you use domain-driven design. So for me, you should apply domain-driven design when you have complex business domain like bank domain, like insurance domain. Please don't use domain-driven design for technical complexities, okay? Well, that's all about domain-driven design. I hope I could explain why you should use domain-driven design. If you like my videos, please don't forget to subscribe, hit like button, share, and I will see you in the next tutorials. Bye.